Here we go.
So good morning, everyone. Let me turn that up just a tiny bit.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Oh, what a wonderful thing.
What if we don't want to hear you? What if
Please stand as you are able and willing.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, you know this one.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah. You gotta be super enthusiastic on the ready? Ain't nobody gonna it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I said, ain't nobody gonna it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Ain't nobody gonna it out. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's do one more time, this little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, gonna let it. This little light of mine, I said I'm gonna let it shine, gonna let it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Good morning. Okay, you can turn around and say hello to your neighbors. Let's just do a little bit of that. Come on now. Let's do it. Hey, come on in. Do we need some more chairs? All right, find your way to your seats. Who let you out? All right, we're finding our way to our seats. Yes, we are. See, I let them go. Here we go. This is what happens. Here we go. We're finding our way to our seats. Man, you cut them loose once and see what happens. Here we go. Woohoo! Woohoo! If you can hear my voice, say amen. If you can hear my voice, say amen. You can. Okay, so I've had a recommendation that we just start the potluck right now. Yeah. Hey, I'm in. I'm in. Woo, here we go. You just cut them loose.
It's like they like each other.
It's
or
like
something.
they like each other. What
Wow.
is up with that?
Like when a congregation likes a congregation.
It's kind of a cool thing. Cool concept, huh? Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. This is one unruly room. Those are my favorite kinds. Good Sunday morning. I am Reverend Penny. Honey, you have landed at Unity of Flagstaff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, kids, let's find our way to our seats. Deep breath. Look at us. It's fun to be in community, isn't it? Round of applause. It is. So welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. Good morning and God morning. How about that? So I want to say good morning to anybody that is here for the first time. Yes, it is always just about this chaotic and this much fun. So just settle in. All right, don't make me use my teacher voice. Thank you. I love that it feels that way. Yeah? Take a breath. Take it in. Take a breath. Take it in. You are blessed. You are loved. I had a recommendation to go ahead and start the potluck now because we're having so much fun. Should we take a vote? No. No. All right, I got your number.
We've got to have several board meetings before a vote. And we got to vote on the ability to have a board meeting and have a board meeting on the ability to vote on board meetings.
Have you served on a board?
We'll be here a long time.
And that's not going to happen.
If we don't have a quorum, it's not happening either.
This is our board consultant we have over here in the corner. He also plays guitar. So we're here to support you in prayer because that is what unity is founded on. And again, I want to say good morning and welcome. This is a community that is open-hearted, open-minded, and receptive to seeing your light. Let it shine. Let it shine. Thank you. So there are a lot of ways that we support you in prayer in this community. You can leave a request over there in our prayer box. I have prayer team members here in the room. Raise your hands if you are available today for prayer. Also, that number, 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Somebody said, I had to go look up the numbers to that. It's true, right? Right? So I'm going to start putting those numbers on there so it's not so hard. I just say once you get it in your phone, put it on speed dial. 1. Yeah. Or you can always email us here, or you can always call me here at the center. It is my honor to pray with you, to stand with you, and to remind you how amazing you are. Okay, say it with me. I'm amazing. There we go. All right, and now I'm going to invite Miss Suzanne Frost, our Poet Laureate for Unity of Flagstaff up here. Thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne not only writes these poems for us, shares them with us, but she also facilitates the open mic night, which is going to happens to be on May 3rd. That's Friday, first Friday. Bring your gifts. We appreciate that. And we also appreciate the fact that Suzanne serves on our prayer team. So thank you. Round of applause.
Thank you so much. So this is a peace poem, and it's kind of turned into the nuts and bolts, perhaps. Just some musings about what can contribute to that, and, you know, peace results in abundance. So often, very often, and beauty in our lives, and companionship. So here's one for you. I never know what's going to come out, so. But luckily Penny said, yeah, it'll work. Okay. Changing the view. Becoming a millionaire, materially or spiritually, may take resolution and tolerance of lifelong family differences. Showing up everywhere in town, or at your friendly neighborhood spiritual center, or even saving a puppy at the pound. Materially keeping money safe may mean boning up on the dreaded stock market, finding referrals for positively everything, while doing what you could never do before, such as promoting tenant safety or helping find good doctors for others. We throw money, prayers, and time at any problem and make things better, at least for a while the power to give more, a most precious gift of new abundance. Recent God-sent resurrections may keep you safe, as some search to find a place to become truly enlightened, only to discover no place on this earth does this for us. Instead, we explore ourselves and our possibilities, foster silver and gold friendships, humbly meditate and pray, weed out unhealthy desire with time and comfort, and tap into divinity inside us, shared and connected to all creation. Abundant, generous living spreads collective joy born from wise souls and compassionate overtures, creating newfound love of beauty and its gifts to the world, and a playful adornment of ourselves and our surroundings. All these foretell the next new way to peace.
So breathe that in for a moment. The next new way to peace. Thank you, Suzanne. Aren't we blessed? I know it. I know it. Want to say good morning to our YouTubers out there. Thanks for being with us. Chat Mr. Hayden up back there. He just doesn't have much else to do, right, Hayden? Round of applause for that young man. Yeah, we are blessed. Right, Ryan?
Yeah.
So we are now, speaking of how blessed we are, we're going to share our gratitudes and our prayer requests. As you know, God knows the details. So you could probably keep those details between you and God. But we are here to support you in your celebrations, in your need for prayer, and just letting you know that this community is right here. We're just right here. And we're grateful you're here with us. So, no, don't do that yet. So we're going to, who's running that PowerPoint? I wish I could blame it on Hayden.
I mean, you can.
I can, but I have the clicker in my hand. So, gratitudes and prayer request celebrations. What you got for us today? We're ready. And here comes Dave with the microphone now.
This is for my sister's partner, James. Joseph, actually, I'm sorry. Joseph in California is having heart surgery Wednesday. Health and healing.
So, Joseph. So we just see light and love and ease and peace for he and those around him as he is supported. We also know that currently, right now, in this moment, he is aligning with his highest expression of health.
Couple things. A prayer for my mom Carolyn, having a dental surgery tomorrow morning. And just I'm right now feeling really thankful for this community and just like a place where everybody can really kind of be more of who they already are. It's just a safe place, and you know, having friends that I've known for 20 years or more is also wonderful.
I hear you, Steve. Yeah. So we're seeing your mom in light. All the people that are involved are there to serve her and to keep her safe and comfortable in this process. And she's willing to align with her perfect expression of health. Procedures go easy. Everything unfolds as it should. And I'm celebrating that community with you because we truly are given permission right here, aren't we, to be exactly who we are, to show up like we are, Because if that weren't true, I wouldn't still be here. Yeah.
We have a friend whose wife is going through some health challenges. Her name is Carrie. So if you guys could hold her in prayer, that would be great.
What is your friend's name? She's Carrie. Okay, she's the friend. Okay. See? They're all right here. The light that surrounds her. We see her at peace. We see her knowing her divine expression. And we affirm peace for both of you and all those that love Carrie. And we see it done now, and so it is.
Just pass it to the line. First of all, I want to put out there that I have a room for rent beginning the 1st of June. So I'm looking for the perfect right person to come live in my space. Share my space with. Plus, I have 2 cats. One's a brat, so you have to be prepared for that. Other thing is, I have a dear old friend, Piedad, that we've prayed for before, has a real bad infection, and she's in the hospital in Phoenix. And so prayers for her to heal easily.
Yeah. Lots of healing. Yeah. We continue to hold her perfect expression of health. And we see her at ease and peace in this. We already know that what is needed is there, and she is willing to receive that. And we affirm her perfect expression of health. And we know that the perfect roommate is just waiting to know that your space with your brat cat and your other kitty is there for them. We see it easy. Anyone else? Oh, goody.
Yeah, I have a prayer wish too. My daughter had a really bad week last week. 2 of her friends died. One was in an automobile accident, and her very best friend is in the hospital. She had a stroke, and she went in the hospital, and she was doing a little bit better, and then she had another one. And so she's back in there, and her name is Kim, and my daughter's in a lot of grief because of all the losses this week. So I would really appreciate some prayers for Kim.
And remind me your daughter's name. Kelly. Okay. So we're breathing that in. That's a lot in a week on top of life in general. Yeah. So we see your daughter's safe and connected. We know that she knows she's loved, and that this loss is but a separation of the physical. And we hold with her that knowing that she can never be separated. And we see it easy for her. Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to see everybody this morning. I have a gratitude and also a prayer request. My oldest brother, John, had stents put in 10 years ago into his arteries. He's got 90% blockage right now. The blockage is too long for stents to work, so he's going to find out soon when he's heading into open heart surgery. So put that light out for his recovery. He's very much part of my mom's life up in northern New York, and she has dementia. So it was a vital part of our family. And then on the gratitude end, I mentioned a while back that God graciously allowed me to purchase 40 acres of beautiful high desert land. I was out there for 2 days, and the camper that's out there, it's ready to be used by our community. It's easy to get to. If that ever interests you, I'll send you with the key to the camper. I have work to do, have it all set up for everything. But dry and cozy and warm. Can go out with a camper or tent and enjoy God's grace. It vibrates spiritual energy. It's amazing space. It's kind of like the desert in Winona, similar to that. Some vista views. And I was out there on another full moon night. It's just amazing. So, so thank you.
We're celebrating that with you, Daniel, and we appreciate your generosity and your generous offers. And we see John, enfolded and knowing and calm and at ease with where he is right now. We see the trusted hands of those that perform these services. And we give thanks in advance for the perfect healing. We know that it is done.
I have one. Oh, of course. That was me. That's me. It's all right. I am very thankful for doctors and prednisone and antibiotics, because we were sick for like about a month in my house, between like colds and then maybe had the flu, and then it turned into bronchitis for me. And I just felt really bad for like a month off and on. We got better. So all of us had rounds of antibiotics and steroids. And even though they're kind of rough on your stomach, I feel so much better. And it's good not to be like sick anymore. So it's been a long month for that regard.
And we're grateful too.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Yeah, baby in the house.
Yeah, that was
little
not fun.
baby. Yeah, little baby in the house. That'll happen. Gary.
I had the joy of going to Passover Seder last night. My gosh, our Jewish brothers and sisters cook a great meal. Oh, and it was a lovely ceremony, and it was all the different things, the bitter herbs and the this and the that, and the this and the that, and all the kids had a part in it, and it was a great night for all.
We are celebrating that. That was at Lev Shalom? Yes. So happy Passover. Yeah. To all of our Jewish brothers and sisters. Yeah. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Anyone else? Yes. I've got one over here. Can you reach that, Dave? Probably right here. Susie? Yeah. Just toss it. Yeah. Drop the mic.
I have a celebration and a gratitude. Celebration is my daughter and her husband got married last year in September. This year, they're doing a wedding tour, and they started in Arizona. I can't even imagine. There was so much work, but it was so beautiful, and just celebrating over and over again in different states where their friends are now. Everybody's everywhere. So they're going to them instead of them coming to one spot. And it was just beautiful. It was magical, and I'm grateful for that. It was a great celebration. And my gratitude for unity, to continue praying for my son and his spiritual, emotional, and mental healing.
So we're celebrating your daughter. How clever is that, right? You get a little honeymoon and a wedding all wrapped in one there. Great idea, yeah. And we know that your son is a divine child. And we will hold that with him and for him when he can't remember. He is healing, he is aligning, he's finding his way, and God is in it. Every step. Every step. And you, my dear, are at peace.
Just a birthday gratitude. My husband's mother, Ellie, had a birthday on Friday, and I don't know how old she was, but she just is a light in the world. She is just a dear, dear soul, and I feel blessed for every day that she still gets to be with us and the rest of the world. So
We are celebrating Ellie. We are celebrating you, Ellie. Ellie is a great supporter of this community and of me personally also. And I appreciate her, and we give great thanks for the day that she decided to come to this planet and share that light, because we are in a better world because of her. Happy birthday, Ellie.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to thank everybody for their prayers and thoughts. After 2.5 weeks, I kicked whatever was inside of me. I'm pretty sure it was a pollen attack, but I really appreciate it, and I definitely feel a million times better today. And I attribute that to you all. Thank you.
We see great healing happening right now. In fact, let's just lift that up for just a moment here. We've heard a lot of prayer requests about healing and medical things and physical, and then Ryan shares with us and Alan shares with us about the healing that happens. So sometimes it's hard to remember, isn't it? So I just want to lift that up for a moment. I want to hold that in our consciousness, that we are aligned with our greatest expression of health, and so it is. And so it is. Anyone else? Going once. Going twice. Oh, looky here. I got to go right here. There you go.
I just wanted to say something about the healing, that the thought came into my mind, like I've been having trouble with my right knee. So we have these stairs that are really steep. So I've been doing it with my left one. Well, now my left one's given out. And I realize that on some level, and many people are aware of this, that different body parts represent certain issues. So I'm thinking, I'm a fan of Louise Hay, and certain illnesses may come from a subconscious thought or some issue in our life. So I also have a prayer out there that all of us that have things like me with my knees, that I can get whatever it is that I need to see from this issue, as well as getting better from it.
Amen. Right? This came to serve me no matter what it is, even if it takes a little steroid and some antibiotics to get rid of it, right? Came to serve me. Thank you for that reminder, Cynthia. And we are seeing you healing. And that old other knee, it just wants a rest. Maybe you just need to sit down. I always say, a moving target is harder to hit, and spirit sometimes has to chase me around just to bless me. Right? Anybody? Yes, Miss Laura. All right. And then we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to move forward. Thank you. Look at
my
this.
gratitude is for my dear friend here who ended up in the hospital for 2 days this week. And he's out feeling great and back with us.
We're grateful for Norm also, and we're grateful for the fact that you stop and pick him up and get him here. By the way, we don't want that to go missed. I wasn't drinking enough water. Yeah. Well, there's easier ways to get a vacation, but you can do it that way, Norm, if you want to. So drink water. Drink water, right? And know that you're loved. Treat yourself the way, Norm, that you treat the people in your life, and you'll be just fine. All right, and I'm not giving out medical advice. Don't anybody take that way. That's the disclaimer out there in YouTube land. All right, yeah, you just got to watch yourself. I need to watch myself. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath. We've heard a lot of things. Feel that? Feel connected? We're going to affirm our unity principle number 3 now. Thoughts have creative powers to determine events and attract experiences. Short version, wow, we are powerful. There you go. All right, if somebody would be kind enough to get the lights, I would appreciate it. We're going to prepare for meditation now. So settle in. Feel your feet planted on the floor, right? I am grounded in this space. I am grounded in this space, and I am surrounded in light. I am grounded in this space, and I am surrounded by light. It's in these quiet moments that we have the opportunity to remember. We really do have the opportunity to slow down and give spirit an opportunity to be heard over the noise. Lots of activity, lots of things. If you can right now, bundle them up in a strand of light and set them aside. And feel that connection. The divine within, expressing as and through you. Listen. Listen. Spirit is right there. And take a deep breath and feel that life moving through your body. Feel the gratitude of being connected with the divine, perfect expression of health. Rest in the chair knowing that you are fully supported. And listen. Listen. Spirit is calling. So we feel that light within us healing and connecting. We send that out now into the world. Sending it out infused with love and patience and understanding. Sending it out with wisdom and knowing. compassion and care. We see that light enfolding our planet. And then we see it return to bless us. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
Waiting for the lights to come back on. It felt like a kind of too peppy of a tune to sit in the dark. All right, this will be a thing. I'm feeling good about this. I think he's kind of tough. Hayden and I were talking. These Daniel Nahmod. Any of these people with like musical theater backgrounds come up with some really difficult stuff sometimes. I was like, man. So this is the Ryan Bitery version of it. I've had so many doubts along the way. Felt like life was just another bill to pay, without anything to show. But now I figured out that every day my fortune's always found within my faith. And all I need's to let it flow, for there's no wall around me. Only fear has truly bound me. And all I need is trust and I am free. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Finally, I'm breaking through so many lies. All those people telling me to run and hide from the truth of what I am. But now I'm telling you, my future's bright. Tomorrow shines like a diamond in the sky. And all I need's to understand that whatever I'm believing, that's what I'm receiving. That riches reside inside of me. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Let's try it together. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. My treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Let's do one last time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Thank you. And on a note, that bridge was not happening because there's some crazy musical theater changes, and I'm like, I don't have time to learn that this week. It was really cool though. I was like, I need to learn some more theory to learn that bridge.
That was awesome. Round of applause for Ryan Biter. Yeah. That minister friend of his, she says, how about this one? How about this one? How about this one? And really, 9 times out of 10, he says, all right.
There's only been 1 or 2. Like, no.
He just said no. And then I was probably glad he did. Good. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Daniel Nahmod, right? Yeah, we appreciate Daniel for sure. And as I remind you all, when we use another musician's music, they are tithed to that particular week. So we make sure that happens. And we are part of Empower, which we pay to be a part of that, and that pays the musicians when their music gets used. So I'm just saying, that's the way it should get done, by the way, out there in the world. So Of course, that's my opinion. So there's a beggar. He's sitting on the side of the road, like for over 30 years. By that time, his clothes were pretty tattered, needless to say, right? He was just poor. And the passerbyers barely even noticed him sitting there all that time. One day, a stranger walked by. The stranger was in a very cool robe, very calm, very peaceful kind of guy. The beggar just held his hand out and said, "Spare some change." And the stranger paused and he looked directly at the beggar and he said, "I have nothing to give you. But tell me, what's that you're sitting on?" The beggar says, "Well, this is just the old box I've carried around with me for 30 years. He says, "Well, let's open it up. Let's have a look inside." The beggar says, "Won't do any good." And the guy says, "Well, just humor me." Of course, now I'm paraphrasing. So the beggar managed to pry it open. He'd been sitting on his box a long time, right? And with astonishment and disbelief, and a little bit of excitement, needless to say, when they cracked open that box, it was filled with gold coins, gleaming and precious, valuable, sitting on a gold mine, right? The beggar's heart raced, and he said, "Well, how did this happen?" And the stranger just looked at him, and he said, "Those who have not found their true wealth, which is the radiant joy of being and the deep, unshakable peace that comes with it, those are the real beggars in the world." And so the beggar realized that he'd been sitting on a fortune all along. And he'd missed a lot of opportunities because he thought he was poor. Anybody got any boxes like that in your life? No, they just need to be opened up and looked at. And might be something in there. Anybody ever look at your life and think, I don't know how many good decisions I've made. I'm thinking I missed a few. Isn't this supposed to be easier by now? Anybody ever hear themselves say that? Isn't this just supposed to be easier by now? I'm really not the only one, am I? Okay. So according to a recent article that appeared in the U.S. News and World Report, a person is considered wealthy if they have $2.3 million in personal net worth. I'm not going to ask anybody to raise your hands.
But you can sponsor music each week.
Oh yeah! This guy, round of applause.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You could do it indefinitely.
I did not tell him to say that. I did not. But that is one of the doors that you can, in fact, be a part of, right? You get a gold star. All right, so, and as my mother said, and I've shared this with you before, money does not buy happiness, but it does buy a much more comfortable level of misery. Yeah. And the funny thing about money is we all want it, but we don't want to talk about it. Not out loud. Under our breath, at least for me a lot of the times. But money, of course, is not the only metric, right? It depends on what you value. And whatever it is that you hold in your life, you are the one that gives it value. So with that premise in place in our thinking, if I give value to what it is that I have in my life, how could I possibly feel that I don't have enough? Oh, wait, that means it comes back to me. How could I possibly see a finite potential in myself when I look out into a universe that is obviously infinite and expanding. See, it's hard to match that stuff up, isn't it? Because if we believe in an infinite universe, and if we believe in abundance, and if we believe that we are one with all that is, how is it that we can have the thoughts that separate us from those truths? I can tell you how. You're human. I know, big shock, huh? You're 100% human. And then you turn right around and you're 100% divine. So the only place there can be separation in you knowing the value and you experiencing wealth in the world goes where? What causes that separation? This human. This human does. Now, I know what it looks like to say there's not enough. I do. I even know what not enough looks like. I do. And it is easy to get caught in that, isn't it? It's easy to think there's not enough good health in this divine human body of mine to express into the world the way I want to. It's easy to believe that there's not enough joy within me to carry me through in the darkest of hours. And that's why you have community. We're your bank. We're the bank of joy. We're the bank of connection. This is where you start to remember where your wealth is, where your value is, where you want to put that energy and how you want to distribute it in your life. So if you're putting all your energy over here in this thought, what is that neighbor doing now? Why are they so noisy? Why do they irritate me? This isn't fair. Whatever those stories are, I don't like what's happening on the planet. I don't like the wars that are going on. When you get caught in those thoughts, they pull you out of remembering the value of who you are as a 100% human and a 100% divine expression of spirit. And when you keep those in check, and when you ask people to pray with you, when you celebrate your gratitudes, that's when you remember. You start putting the value back. You start remembering that it's been there all along. You have been sitting on a gold mine of divine expression. Get up and open the box. Open the doors, like we're talking about in 2024 in this community. Open the way for that to be expressed. This is not something that you have to come to this room to get. You've already got it. We are here reminding you. That's all we're here doing. And we have a lot of fun doing it. Sometimes I'm almost grateful that people forget, so they do show up so that we can remind them because we have so much fun doing it. But it's been there all along. The wealth that you seek is within you. Now, in this world, I notice that they like cash. So I can go walking into APS and tell them how wealthy I am and how divine I am. And they'll say, uh-huh. And they'll shut my electricity off if I don't pay them. Because we live also in a 100% physical world. And this is how we make that world go around. It is ours to remember the wealth and where it is actually stored within us. And when I walk into APS, if I go in mad because they've overcharged me or they're going to shut my electric off or whatever that conversation might be, and I am forgetting where the value is in me, I'm forgetting that what I bring to that table, to that desk, to that person behind the counter is my light. I will guarantee you that if I remember those things, the conversation I have with that person will go a different way. And suddenly, everybody is just kinder, and suddenly everybody's remembering their value, and suddenly, I don't have a problem anymore. There's a solution right there. Now, does that mean that when I show up as my cheerful little self at MVD, and there's a big long line and they're having a really bad day, that I'm going to turn it around? No. But what it does mean is I get to have a different experience because I have remembered the value. I have remembered the wealth of divinity that resides within me, and I show up differently, and the room changes. And the room changes. I don't know about what kind of day those other people are having, but I know what mine's going to look like by remembering the wealth of who I am. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. And I do not know who to give credit for that quote, but I thought it was a good one. Wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Eric Butterworth, you know, how old do you think this book is, right? Spiritual Economics, I really have worn two others out, but I go back to the original. I love it. Eric Butterworth tells us in Spiritual Economics, true prosperity is the result of well-placed confidence in ourselves and in our fellow neighbors. True prosperity, that's where the wealth is at. Prosperity is not just having things, he tells us. It is the consciousness that attracts the things. Prosperity is a way of living and thinking and not just having money or things, Eric Butterworth says, because the value is within us. We bring it. Sometimes we express it, but we always bring it. So the question is, are you distributing your inner wealth to the places that you want to see multiplied in your life? Or do you spend 30 minutes, Penny, having a conversation that is nothing but a downward spiral, where you hear yourself only defending what you have to say, and you don't hear anything that they have to say? Is that where you're putting your wealth of knowledge and divinity and wisdom? Is that where you're going to put it? I say no, after I've already done it. Anybody? Where are you putting? Where are you distributing your inner wealth, the expression of the divine nature of who you are? Where are you distributing that to? And does it serve? Does it serve you in your spiritual growth, in remembering your value? Does it serve the people around you? Does it serve? The placement of wealth is critical. Any investor will tell you that. The multiplying of wealth is amazing. I think it was Einstein that said compound interest was the greatest invention that man ever came up with. And he had a whole line of bankers backing him up on it. Wealth is amazing. And the distribution of that physically in your life, emotionally in your life, spiritually in your life, it all adds up. And if where you are putting that energy is not serving you or building or lifting you up in your expression in this world, take a look at it. Take a look at it. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what % of my day did I put toward the enhancement of my divine expression? What % of my time did I put toward the enhancement and the expression of my divinity? And at the end of the day, maybe you will have to say, tomorrow I'll do better. Or maybe you'll say, good job. Good job. Because you are the light of the divine. I'm thinking if we don't get out there and distribute some of this inner wealth and this inner light, somebody may ask us why not. And that may come in the form of a disappointment. That question of where you're putting your wealth may come in the form of, well, check this out. Look what's happening now. Nice flat tire. It may come in the form in ways that we don't even recognize it because we're not consciously distributing our inner wealth. We're not supporting our own value as divine beings. Let's do that. Let's do that. Give where you're spiritually fed, and that's not just money. We're talking about presence. Give where you're spiritually fed. When you stand in front of that MVD desk, and I did that this week, and this young lady was amazing. I'm not going to say her name. I didn't ask permission. She was amazing. She was so helpful and so loving and so kind. I walked out of there and I thought, was I just in motor vehicle department? She changed the course of my day, and I'll be darned if the next day I didn't get to go to the park with little Ira June, and there was that lady in the park. And she walks right up and says, Miss Penny, how are you? She brought it that day. She brought her value. She made a difference in my life. I have a whole new opinion of the motor vehicle department. Probably right up until I get my next title. The point is, she brought it. She is it. She knew she was, and she brought value to that experience. I didn't mind paying her. I didn't mind giving her money because she made me feel valued. I know, isn't it amazing?
That's how they get you.
That's how. He's here all week. That's how they get you. I love it. Sometimes I confuse the universe by where I direct my resources. Sometimes I send a really mixed message, right? And then they do get me, right? And then they do get me. Sometimes I tell the universe, I read this little thing, I want to be a doctor. Okay, so these are the medical classes. No, I don't want to take any medical classes. I just want to be a doctor or play one on TV. The point is that sometimes I confuse the universe because I spend my energy or I put my wealth or I put my value around something that really probably isn't serving me or anyone else, right? I'll get blessed in it. Just be a long way around the barn. That's what'll happen. And so I confuse the universe when I say, I want this. I want that. But I don't want to get up and go get it. This is why they made remote controls. Oh, I'm going to look at that one on the video and say, did you say that? And so, because it is ours to do, that 100% human, that 100% divine being, it is ours to do. It is ours to find the value and know that we have had it all along. It is ours. It is ours to express and find and bring it. Bring it. That's what we're here to do. And then take a deep breath and feel the gratitude. Yeah. Being kind, being generous, being wise, being joy-filled, shining your light is what brings value to life. You are sitting on a gold mine, my friends. Right here. You are it. Yeah. All right. I think I'm done.
You gotta press the slide button, Penny. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. So
I have to push the slide button so you know what you're doing. Do you see the power in that?
Yeah. So this is a song I had totally forgotten existed till Penny sent it my way, and I heard it as soon as the opening like guitar parts came in. I went, oh man, this brought me back to 1996. Yeah. I know,
All
but
the way
like,
back
I haven't
to
heard this song in
1996.
well over 20 years, and I heard it, I'm like, oh yeah, that song. So. La 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 la. Been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving for your kindness. I'm in debt to you for your selflessness. My admiration for everything you've done. You know I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. I'm bound to thank you for it. I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. You've been so kind and generous. Don't know how you keep on giving for your kindness. I'm in debt to you, and I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound. I'm bound to thank you for it. La 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 la. I'm bound to thank you for it. I'm bound to thank. Just wanna thank you for so many gifts you gave. The love, the tenderness. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for your generosity, the love and the honesty you gave to me. I wanna show you my gratitude and my love and my respect for you. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you, 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 thank you. Let's all sing the la-las together, ready? La 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 la. I wanna thank you for it. I wanna thank you for it. La 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 la. I wanna thank you for it. I wanna thank you for it.
How about that? La 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 la. Thank you, Ryan Biter. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. So let's take a deep breath. So who's running my baskets today? Where's my little helper? Hey, little helper, you coming to help? There we go. All right. So we're preparing now for our celebration of abundance. We thank you for remembering Unity of Flagstaff in your spiritual giving. Also, you out there in YouTube land, just go to that website and hit that donate button, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you for that. And I also want to remind you that, once again, Miss Trina Getz is going to do the Mom's Day montage and the Father's Day montage photographs. Send them here to the office at unityofflagstaff.org. We'd like to have them by, what'd we say, May? Didn't I put that on there? Oh, May 5th. It's in the corner. There we go. So that she can put that montage together. If you've already submitted one and it's okay to use it, then we will do that. If you don't want us to use that, then you'll let us know that, okay? Because they're already built in. Is that good? Round of applause for Trina Getz. That's a big job. She puts them to music, and we always enjoy them. We always enjoy them, so please get those submitted. Thank you for that. And, of course, today is the annual party. We're going to have some good food and great desserts. See those desserts? Did you guys see all the... Oh, that's just... They put them right here in the room with me. And all the food is going to be out in the hallway. It'll make it a little easier. At the end of the service, what we're going to do is we're going to shove the chairs to the outside of the room. We're going to put the tables in a half circle. I appreciate everybody that can help with that. Thank you. And then we're going to have an annual party, also known as an annual meeting. And we're just going to have some fun. See those doors up there? We're going to use those doors this week, I guarantee you. So thank you for that. So let's bring those baskets down here and let's send them out into the world. Thank you, Miss Emerson. Yes, round of applause. Aren't we grateful? Look at all these beautiful people I'm surrounded by here. I am wealthy. Say it with me. I am wealthy. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, aren't we? Oh, she's being shy today. Okay. So here we go. We're going to bless these baskets. We are abundant and express wealth through our generosity. In the giving, we are blessed. Thank you. Go on out there, my friends. All right. We're going to do a little more of this little light of mine as the basket has come around and you're ready. Stand as you're comfortable. And we'll wrap this baby up here.
Easy, Trina.
What?
Stand as you are able.
Stand as you are able. There you go.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, gonna let it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Woo! Here we go. Bring those baskets on down here. Thank you. Round of applause. Thank you again, Ryan Biter. We are grateful. Good catch. Look at you. You are so fast. We appreciate you, and together we affirm. Thank you for these gifts. We are grateful, and we are opening doors through our generosity. We are abundant, and so it is. And create an amazing week. Together we affirm the light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right, as you are able, thank you to everyone that made this Sunday celebration possible. Yay, round of applause for everybody. And let's push those chairs to the outside. Anybody that has muscles as big as mine or bigger can go back and help with the tables. And we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Thanks.
Dude, what's funny? Everybody needs something from me this morning. At one point, as someone said, I said, like, I think it was Marsha. I was like, don't talk to me. I was like, you're driving me to shut up. I'm like, yes, I need like that. My chart wasn't on here. The day
That's okay if they keep talking during this.
Okay. Everybody ready? With their
Yeah.
computers?
Except Brian. Ryan, I keep calling him Brian.
No, it's on.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a little song you can all join in with.
It's very simple and I hope it's new. Make your own words up if you want to. Any old words that you think will do. Yellow, blue, what'll I do?
Maybe I'll just sit here thinking black, white, stop the fight. Don't little colors ever bother you.
Here's a little dance you can all join in with. It's very simple and I hope it's new. Make your own steps up if you want to. Any old steps that you think will do.
Left, right, don't get uptight, keep in line and you'll be alright. Clap hands, move around, make sure no one puts you down.
But if you fall down, then you gotta get up. You fall down, then you gotta get up.
Here's a little thought you can all join in with. It's very simple and I hope it's new. Make your own life up if you want to. Any old life that you think will do.
Love you is nothing new. There's someone much worse off with you. Help me set them free. Just be what you want to be. 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 Be what you want to be.
Here's a little song you can all join in with. It's very simple and I hope it's new. Make your own words up if you want to. Any old words that you think will do.
Last time.
All right, now we take a break.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. We got one more tune for you.
Not yet. Later. Okay.
Round of applause. It's coming, though. We'll get right to it, Ryan. So welcome to the round of applause. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the 2024 Annual Party of Unity of Flagstaff. So this is what we're doing right now. See the screen? We're luncheon. And we are live streaming this, so wave at the camera. And if you have broccoli in your teeth, we'll let somebody tell you that. All right, so that was music by the Kazunity Band. Thank you, Steve Huffman, Marcia Wiesner, Trina Getz, Andy Stanford, and, of course, Ryan Biter. All join in. We appreciate that. So now we're going to do a little opening prayer, and then there's going to be a song after that. So where'd my little musicians? There they are. Oh, you're going to do the opening prayer. Yeah. There's going to be an opening prayer, and then our musicians are going to bless us with another song, and then we're going to get this party started. I think we've already started. Don't you think? It's already started. Absolutely. Thank you, Shar Snipes, part of our prayer team, and, of course, a member of our board, Shar Snipes. Round of applause.
Oh.
Please join me in prayer. As we open our hearts and consciousness, we commit to affirmative prayer. We acknowledge the abundance, inner wealth, and energy that is ours as we keep our minds open to divine ideas. We trust this abundance will manifest in our lives. We affirm our highest expressions as we claim this abundance with the assurance of prosperity, knowing everything we are flows from the divine mind to our minds. We are rich in spirit. We affirm prosperity and express this into the world. We are grateful, we are blessed, and so it is, and so we let it be.
Thank you, Shar. Okay, musicians, pop on up here. We're going to have you do a little song. I think Marcia said this is her one of her favorites, right?
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
There must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart and I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind in what could be. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Whoa. Bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love I keep thinking of? Worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. A yearning, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk blind and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Whoa. Bring me a higher love. I could rise above on a higher love.
Light the night up with my soul on fire. I could make the sun shine from pure desire. Let me feel that love come over me. Let me feel how strong it could be.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. It's that higher love I keep thinking of. Bring me a higher love. Everybody. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love.
Oh yeah.
Bring me a higher love.
Oh, oh, bring me a higher love.
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 Bring it on, higher love.
Bring me a higher love.
Oh yeah.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love.
Last time.
Bring me a higher love.
Okay, we're going to leave those up here. Okay. Thank you. All right, round of applause. Did y'all? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. So, I think the next thing we're going to do here is Sue. You're going to call this meeting to order. She did the prayer. Yeah, yeah. not that it wasn't amazing. I could do it again. Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, wait. All right, is this thing on? All right, here we go. Miss Sue Mine, board president. Round of applause.
Last day.
Last day. Yeah, she's her last day. Not that she's happy. She's sad about that. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's really good. We rehearsed that, didn't we? Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, gang. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our annual party, our annual meeting for 2024. Hard to believe, huh? 2024. Last year, our theme was blossoming. And we have indeed, as a community, blossomed. As we welcome new attendees and new members, we joined together to create an even more robust.
It wasn't high enough. Should I start over?
Oh, we don't want to miss a word.
Okay, so we're glad everybody's here. We're glad for the new folks. And we are now blossoming. We have been blossoming.
Round of applause. Come on, look around. Look
So
around.
now we are an even more robust and deepened community. Our blossoms create a wonderful bouquet. Isn't that sweet? So opening doors in 24 is our current theme. We always have an open door to anyone who wants to join us. We're proud of the generous welcome we offer to all who enter. Of course, we believe unity principles will help each person open new doors to their own strength and divine wisdom. We offer many pathways to opening doors in this community that go beyond the Sunday service. There has been an abundance of after-service programs to participate in, a chance to volunteer at the food center once a month, a drum circle, meditation, housing for 12-step programs, just to name a few of the opportunities that show off our open doors.
Picking up trash.
Oh, picking up trash? Okay. Well, there's a lot of stuff that we do.
Anyone else?
Yeah. We're open mic. Like this. An open mic.
She did say it's her last Sunday as president, right? Did she say that?
We're opening doors for more people to help in buying supplies for our home.
Yay!
And giving each person a chance to feel a sense of belonging and ownership in unity, within Unity of Flagstaff. I hope each of us can think more about how we can continue to open doors inside ourselves as well as within the community. May this be a quest for each of us as we move forward. So there you go. I now call this annual celebration to order.
Yay! Okay, oops, I'm getting a little carried away there. So now we're going to have Dave Savage come up and do roll call. This is Dave. This is part of our bylaws. Dave will be reading the names of the current members. By the way, speaking of membership, we did take in 10 new members. Woo, 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 woo. If you're one of those, raise your hand. Yeah, we're grateful you're here. Thank you. All right, Dave, it's all yours.
Thank you, Penny. Appreciate it. As secretary, one of my duties during the annual meeting is to make a roll call. Now, you do not have to give us your Social Security number or your date of birth. All the devices that you're on have already captured all that information, so we do not need that now. Thank you. So I'll be calling. This is in alphabetical order, and please say aye, present. Hey, how you doing? Something. When we call out your name. Okay. James Bowers. Alan Cantwell. I see Alan back there. Yes. Back there. Marilyn Chase. Yeah. Danielle. We know. We see you. Barbara Dapsick. Nope. How about Matt Devlin? Not here today, but here in spirit. Josie Devlin. Same with her. She's rehearsing for another play right now, guys. Yeah. Susan Eastman. I saw it. Yep, did I say? Michael Farrell. Can't miss him. How about Suzanne Frost? I saw Suzanne. There she is. Yep. Ernest Gaines. Nope. Hope he is feeling better, by the way. Ernest and Mr. Hayden Gabler is here. Yes. Mm-hmm. Miss Trina Getz is here. Mr. Keith Green is here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alice Hagerman. There she is. Bruce Higgins. There he is. And Bonnie Higgins. Nope, not here. Michael Hippard. So Mike, there he is. And Penny Honey. I think she's here somewhere.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, probably too. Very low, yes.
That happened back in 1972 once.
How about Tara Howard Fultz? Nope. Miss Helen Hudgens Farrell. Faye Huffman is, I don't believe, here, but Steve is. Yes. And next is Cynthia. There she is, back there. Brandon, I saw him earlier. Yep. Dixie. Yep. Okay. And Laura and Mike, the Laffertys here. No, not today. And Sandra McFarland. Oh, okay.
Not that everybody needs to know where everybody's at, just because I know where everybody's at.
I'll resend my direction. Go ahead and give us all your information. Anyway.
They actually email me and tell me where they're at when they're not here. Isn't that lovely?
I know this lady is here, Elaine McKee. Sue Mine is obviously here since she's in charge of this thing today. Sandy Pizer, we saw her earlier. Hey. Paula Rice. There you are, Paula. Hey, good to see you. Gary Robbins, we know he's here. Peggy Roche. There you are, Peggy. Thank you. I'm here. Dave Savage. Alias something else. But Celine Shue. I see Celine. Selena. Jane Shannon. Nope. Steve Shannon. Nope. Neither one. Charlene Snipes. Yes, she is definitely here. Yes. Marcia is here. Yeah. Betsy is here. And Evan Zelensky Green. Not here.
And if you did not hear your name called and you are a member, the reason you didn't hear it possibly is because you haven't dropped your ballot in the ballot box. And if you don't want to vote, that's okay. But you still just need to let us know that you want to keep your membership active. You can do that via email. You can tell Selena. You can, I don't know, write it on the bathroom wall. I'm a member at Unity of Flagstaff. But we just need to know because we like to make sure that we're up to date. Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
I got to finish taking notes here, guys.
This is a special request for a while from Dave. Savage wrote some lyrics to set to a song called April in Paris. So this is April in Flagstaff. April in Flagstaff, Columbine in blossoms, holiday tables under the trees. April in Flagstaff, this is a feeling no one can ever deny. I always knew the charm of spring, loved to meet it face to face. I knew my heart could bring my unity friend's warm embrace till April in Flagstaff, when I can have fun. Winter is almost done. It's spring.
And I apologize to Miss Ella Fitzgerald, but April in Flagstaff, Columbine in blossom, holiday tables under the trees. How we doing? April in Flagstaff. This is a feeling. Looks like snow to me. No one can ever deny. I always knew the charm of spring. Love to meet it face to face. Yesterday I was wondering where it was. April, I knew my heart could bring my unity friends warm embrace. Till April in Flagstaff, when I can have fun. Winter is done. Please tell me winter is done. It's spring. And that's what I get paid the big bucks to do. It's kind of, it's like my hair all a muss. It's kind of become a tradition that Ryan, he's like, really? Okay, so there we go, April in Flagstaff. So what has Unity of Flagstaff been up to? All right, now I want you to talk amongst yourselves to remind each other what we've been up to, and that's really me filling time so I can get these papers in order, okay? Oh, really, talk about yourselves. Talk about yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Hayden. All right, we're back. So welcome again. Thanks for being at our annual party. Thank you for indulging me. It's always fun, right? So what have we been up to? Let's see. A drum roll, please. That would be, I think that's you, Ryan. Oh, there we go. Yeah. No, come on, really a drum roll. Here we go. Look. All right, here we go. There you go. Now, that's a real drum roll. So the first thing we want to do, of course, is start out with taking a breath. All right, here we go. Catching our breath. There we go. Thank you. Gratitude. Yeah, we have a lot of it. I have a lot of it. I can say that. I know that many of you have been around this community a long time, so I could go on and on and on about where we know we've been, where we have been, where we were, where we are going, all those things. But I just really need to reiterate what an honor it is to be in a community that said, we can do this. And you've heard this story before. Standing in a dance studio, building a church every Sunday, after this community had had its own space. That's a big jump. It's a big leap. But what we know about this community is the resilience. What we know is that this community chooses to be a spiritual community where our lives get blessed, where we watch people's lives expand. I want you to take it in for just a moment. It's an honor. I still have the best seat in the house. I do. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. So I don't have a little order of service because I didn't have a printer this morning, but who needs a printer on the day of the annual meeting? No big deal. 5:30, I'm emailing Selena. Selena, can you print this? Can you print that? Can you print this? Can you print that? And she did. Round of applause. Yeah. So, Sue, when are we doing recognitions? Can you remind me? Look, it's right there. Just. Can we do that now? Yeah. Is there a microphone over there? Oh, no, I've got them both because, I need two microphones because I'm so hard to hear. Okay. So, and I just want to say thank you to Hayden, who is making it possible for us to actually live stream our annual meeting. Right? Right? That's kind of cool stuff. All right. We are now issuing rollerblades. Yes, as you work in the AV area. All right, Miss Sue.
Okay, so we're not exactly following everything, but that's okay. We can go with the flow.
Printer. Let's put that on the list of what we need.
Yeah, it's right.
We're manifesting a printer. Yes, we are.
So in October, Penny had been here for 5 years. And we didn't do an official celebration then. And I felt like that was a real miss, that we really should have done that. I heard her say something about nobody remembered that this is 5 years. So, as most of you know, I sent out a letter secretly. And I succeeded.
And I succeeded. It's hard to get that stuff past me, isn't
it? Really hard. Really hard. But before I share that, Orion has created something special for you as soon as he's tuned up.
That's pressure right there.
Maybe I should have waited to do this till later. Really?
Okay. All right. So if you got the letter, sometime, yeah, right. Betsy's back there. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. That's cute.
See how good you guys are at this? See?
So the letter started like this. We are blessed here at Unity of Flagstaff to have the tender care and robust and ongoing energy of Reverend Penny Honey for 5 years. And it is time to celebrate. You ready?
I got this.
Okay. All righty.
Did you want me to sing with you? No. Okay.
That was way too immediate, wasn't it?
When you can't find the light that got you through the clouded days, when the stars ain't shining bright, you feel like you've lost your way. When the candle lights of home burn so very far away, you gotta let your soul shine, just like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine is better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. When our people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. I grew up thinking I had it made, gonna make it on my own. Life can take the strongest man, make him feel so alone. Now and then I feel the cold wind blowing through my aching bones. Think back to what my daddy said. He said, boy, in the darkness before the dawn, he used to say, soul shine is better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Well, now people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman robbed him of his very soul. A woman too, God knows she can feel like this. When your world seems cold, you got to let your spirit take control. He used to say, soul shine is better than sunshine, better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. Together one more time. He used to say, soul shine, it's better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. Hey, now people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day.
Thank you, Ryan. And did you see what Wiley's holding up?
Yes. Can I have that for my desk? This is what Wiley calls me, the naughty minister.
And so this fun time just continues on. So I'm just going to read a little bit more out of that letter that I wrote about Penny. She is the mama of the organization, caring for each person as though they were the only one she cares for, and then doing the same for anyone else who needs her attention. She is here to manage the building for renters, to clean the floor when no one else can do it. She changes light bulbs and even cleans the toilet out there. I mean, that was a story that was so gross. I would not have done that, but she did. We all know she manages the website, sends regular email newsletters, attends prayer group, volunteers in the community in many different ways, such as leading Peace Day, joining our community help in the food center, and. There's literally no end to what Penny does, often into the night or early in the morning, whatever's needed. So, as part of the celebration, I simply was asking people to send in a card. Send in a card with your appreciations. And if you wanted to include a donation to her for her, like as a instead of birthday and Christmas, that was also wonderful, but not required. So we have yeah, you have to open them all up right now. Okay, so now Shar wants to say something.
So, Penny, we celebrate you. I wasn't going to do this.
Yeah, you were.
I know, I know. Your endless energy, dedication, and love. And growing. I hate this. And growing our amazing community. And personally, I'm so blessed to have you in my life. And I cherish our friendship. And there are flowers for you back there. Selena's guarding them for you. And we have a cake that is gone.
Excellent.
that said, we love you, Penny. 5 years and a big heart. And it was devoured. So
love it.
We love
Yay.
you. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that's it. No. We did it. We did. Yeah, no, this was not part of the plan. Thank you. That's about all I can do right now. Is just say thank you. Thank you. That's going to have to do it for now. All right. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if anything's just, it's good. Yeah, where's the clicker? There's the clicker. That's what I need. There you go. That's what I need. The clicker. Thank you. And I love waterproof mascara. Okay. So are we gonna acknowledge Dave? Are we gonna acknowledge Dave? Okay. Did you want to do that now? Okay, excellent. Sorry, I'm just messing with her schedule because I don't have one, so I just get to make it up as I go, right? All right, but wait, there's more. And so, okay, I thought I was being so clever because I wanted to acknowledge Sue Mine for her diligence and her commitment as a board president. She didn't know that was coming, supposedly. So there are flowers for you here at the front of the room. And, there's a lot of work that goes into all this, right? I mean, we have a lot of fun. But you guys know this. I don't think there's anybody in the room that doesn't understand
that there's a lot of work that goes into this. And there's so many conversations and emails and things and stuff that we just have to keep doing. And sometimes we holler at each other even, right? Sometimes we just holler at each other, and sometimes all those things. But what I can tell you about Sue Mine is she just kind of keeps showing up, and I always know she's in my corner, and sometimes she'll even get mad for me. You know, those are friends to have, because sometimes you just need to vent, and you just need to be heard, and you need to be loved. And Sue Mine shows up, and she'll even be mad for me. And then she will remind me. We were in the middle of a conversation, and all of a sudden she said, "How do we see the divinity in this?" That is true leadership. That is what keeps me on the rails. That I appreciate. So we thank you, Sue Mine. We appreciate you.
I've learned it from you.
Wait, there's more.
There's more. I want to just take a minute to share how awesome it has been. Dang it, I hate this.
She just
Killing me.
this.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I just want to share with you all what a blessing Sue is to this community. I'm not going to look at you. As Unity Board President these past 3 years, she consistently, 2 years, but you've been on the board for 3 years. She consistently demonstrates leadership, dedication, generosity, wisdom, guidance, and on and on. She's always prepared for our meetings. She has a full agenda. She's open and honest, and she tries to keep us on track. She follows through and reminds us if we need a little help. She always goes above and beyond and is truly an inspiration. It has truly been an honor working with you. We are grateful for you, and I'm thankful for our friendship. So these flowers are yours, and here's a card from most everybody that it got around to this morning.
When they weren't eating my cake, they were signing the card.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Shar. Isn't she the perfect
Thank you,
spokesperson? Shar is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She didn't want to be president.
She didn't want me.
She could have been.
All right. So.
Okay. So now we're going to do board recognition. So we're going to acknowledge everybody. Okay.
Okay. Let's do that.
And thank you for those kind words. It has been really something. I'll say something about that. So, we've had an active and effective board this year. Our members are Dave Savage, Shar Snipes.
Please stand.
Gary Robbins, Betsy Williams, and me. In addition, we've had support from Bruce Higgins as an advisor. Our special volunteer was Bob Klein, who took care of entering our incoming and outgoing monies on QuickBooks. He has retired again, and we are forever in his debt, not in our debt. We're in his debt. Yeah, we'll talk about. There must be something coming about that. We've had a busy year as a board, and we want to acknowledge each person and thank them for the time and dedication involved in participating on the board. You can sit down.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Helen. Thank you.
We've met sometimes twice a month for 2 hours at a time this year, and several have volunteered to head up other activities in the community. So Dave Savage joined the board 3 years ago, and he's been very active. First with making care calls. Remember during the pandemic? He led that, and later as the leader of the greeters, which he continues. He also has donated the first round of name tags to members of the congregation, and we do appreciate, I think we all appreciate that.
Dave is one that we could always rely upon. Always. Oh, see, now I'm going to start.
I think there's a cry virus in the room.
Char. Okay, I lost my place. Dave is someone who we could always rely upon, always at meetings early and with ideas based on the agenda that had been sent out to identify the focus for that meeting. He has kept our minutes for all 3 years that he's been part of the board, and we're very, very grateful for that. That's not a small job, by the way. Dave gets to move to the emeritus stage of the board now, and he promises to take care of the greeters as we move forward. So we want to honor Dave and ask for a round of applause for him.
Yes, in preparation for this, first thing is, guys, we're going to get more guys on the board. Less crying and more work. Now,
Oh, that's just funny.
and bring your humor with you.
Bring your humor with you.
Well, it's been a pleasure for me to serve 3 years on the board among the 5 years I've almost been here. I was drafted before Kyler Murray. In those 3 years, no one made a motion to vacate. Unity of Flagstaff's my third Unity congregation. I began in Atlanta a long time ago. Got here because my wife that I met in the Unity at Mount Laurel, we moved here because her daughter and son-in-law live here. Then she passed away shortly after we arrived. So that's how I got to Flagstaff in that area. Where I've been able to contribute, I support and inspiration. I appreciate it so much. I've received so much from so many people here. Most of the time, and just like Sue was saying, is you don't see much of the work that the volunteers do. We can always use more help volunteering, please. It's nothing close, of course, to what Reverend Speedy over here does. Every week. Yeah. In fact, it's even more profitable because 3 years ago last Sunday, Elaine and I had our first lunch together. Because she remembered that I played golf, and she had some stuff left over from Ken, and gave me that. So, and we've had a wonderful relationship for the last 3 years. I will consider to serve and volunteer, and greeters, you're not rid of me yet.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. We're lucky. We're lucky.
We do appreciate you. We do so appreciate you. Dave was there when Wiley and Robbie and Matt, and we're all in here with my phone duct taped to a tripod because we're trying to do YouTube, and we've never done that before, and we're practicing with live Facebook Live, and Dave always was there, right? He just kept showing up. And then when we opened the doors again, he just kept showing up. And we are blessed, and I am grateful. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Did you have something, Marcia? Oh, yeah, Dave was part of the remodel, too, because when we came into this little space, it was pretty ugly. It was just ugly, but it's not ugly anymore. And Dave was there.
We could go on and on.
And on and on. Yes,
okay.
we could.
Okay, so let me carry on with the other board people. Gary, there he is, has been on, Gary's been on the board so often over the years that we've lost track of how many years it's been. 2 years ago, he agreed to serve for 2 more years, and that time is just up. But as you saw, he's back on the ballot again and has agreed to circle around to join us and to help us out some more. He has come to all of the board meetings that he can make because of his full-time law firm, and he's a great help in helping us remember the Unity of Flagstaff history, and we can always count on his presence and his willingness to support Unity whenever we ask for help, and that is a really true thing, Gary. We thank you so much for all of your support in so many ways.
Thank you, Gary.
And our Shar Snipes will be around for one more year. Thank goodness. Shar is one of those folks who makes you feel good just with her pretty smile and genuine interest in how you are. She is a wise person, a member of the prayer team, and has many, many creative and supportive ideas for helping Unity of Flagstaff to move ahead. As you've undoubtedly noticed, she's a good kitchen manager when we do potlucks and other food-related experiences. Her more serious and weekly job is to be the treasurer of the board, making deposits, reporting on our tithes. We are so grateful for her help and dedication. So we're delighted that you're going to be here one more year.
Yes.
You
Thank
are
you, Shar.
You are one of those people that carries that bright light a lot. And Betsy is our newest board member.
Hey, Betsy!
Betsy often will sit in our meetings and listen, and then she joins in to offer hits of wisdom and depth. She works in town but lives in Belmont, so she doesn't get here for service as often as she'd like. But Betsy let it out that she has a history of leading a nonprofit board. Uh-oh. As she let that information out,
in my eyes, Sue's eyes, Shar's eyes, Dave's eyes went,
we looked at her like, have you been holding out on us? We're delighted to report that she is bringing her expertise with her to, of course, after the election, which happens after this meeting, to be the next president of the board, because not everybody is vying for it, believe it or not. So Betsy,
big
come
surprise,
on up,
Helen.
Come on up, Betsy, and get your wand.
Yay, the wand! The passing of the wand.
And there it is. Passed
I
on.
love it.
Thank you, Betsy. May the magic continue.
Yes, thank you, Betsy. Yay, we appreciate you. Thanks, Ryan. Okay.
So I want to mention also Bruce Higgins, a steady advisor for us in the last year, and his questions and insights have helped us all deepen our thoughts about what we're doing as a board. He, like Gary, was here when the mission statement was created and reminds us as to the complete meaning of what it says. We're grateful for his help. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
And Bob Klein, as I mentioned, has helped us as a volunteer advisor as well, keeping track of where we are in QuickBooks. He shares great wisdom and deep care for others as he offers his guidance to us. His retirement is well-deserved, and we're glad that he's going to continue as part of our community. And that brings us to me. I get to say a few more. I'm sorry. Just keep going.
It's all
on
yours,
and
baby.
On and on and on. What a journey this has been. I have another year on the board, but will give up the role as president. Ta-da. My work history in the world has been in the world of healthcare and never administration. I must say that my eyes have been open to the challenges of running a nonprofit organization. I have learned so much. It's been a rich and meaningful time, though there have been times when I wondered how we would move forward, and we always have. Penny is a great coach and spiritual guide. I've learned to incorporate the Unity principles into my life more firmly because of their guidance and because of the challenges. Okay. I'm available for the divine flow. I encourage others to step up and into a board role. It's something that when you're able to do it, it's a great thing to do because it ties you to community in a new and wonderful way. I've watched Penny, for instance, not stay angry at people, which I do, healing hurt feelings.
She'll stay mad for you.
For a while, but I'm learning to forgive. I see the benefit of open-hearted care for everyone. As I said, I was someone who counted on others to do the administrative work when I was a therapist. So this is new territory, or it was. We have, as a team, made great strides moving, not only as a board moving ahead, but also this congregation. I mean, when Penny came way back 5 years ago, there were 12 people in the room. Seriously. It was really
quiet.
It was quiet. So it's been quite a ride. And we have more to go. I welcome Betsy to the journey, and as we move into another year of opening doors and more growth at Unity of Flagstaff, and I think I'm done, finally. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, so we're going to. I'm like I said, I don't have an order of service. That's my bad. Well, no, it's not. The printer didn't work. But we have a lot of fun stuff to share. So I may have to flip back and forth. Thank you for that. I may have to flip back and forth and around in the slides, but that's okay because I'm driving. So just for a moment, let's stand up, if you can, if you will. Take a deep breath. Does anybody need to restore their personal comfort? Now would be a good time. We're just taking a little break because I know this is a long morning. And I get to run around up here, right? I get to keep moving. You guys are kind of sitting in the chairs. So deep breath, and together we say we are grateful. 1, 2, 3. We are grateful. All right, so now let's say it from the bottoms of our hearts. Together, 1, 2, 3. We are grateful. Thank you. Have a sit. Have a sit. So, I would like to introduce our 2024 board candidates. Round of applause, drum roll, all of those things, right? We are grateful for, here I go, now I'm digging again. So Suzanne Frost was on the ballot, as you saw. Suzanne had some things in life and decided that the amount of energy that she wanted to put toward being on the board just wasn't available to her right now. So we appreciate her being authentic about that and knowing that before you get in, right? Right? Yeah, round of applause, exactly, because really it takes a little doing, you know? And it is fun and we do have a good time. However, we are also grateful that we had 2 other gentlemen. You're talking about that male energy, because I know how that goes, right? So we're talking about, hang on just a second. There we go. All right. So first we have Gary Robbins on the ballot. If you haven't voted, you need to have voted by now. And as I said, if you did not leave your ballot in the box, we will not know to upgrade. No. Well, anyway, it must be getting a little later than I thought it was. So we want to be able to reactivate your membership, and you do that via your ballot, whether you vote or not. So first on the ballot, we have Gary Robbins. As Sue had shared, he's been a member of Unity of Flagstaff. I got the year 1993. Is that correct, Gary? Yes. And this is his 3rd time to serve on the board. And as you know, Gary is a fabulous energy for us in this community, and I appreciate him, and he does truly just show up when we need him. We are blessed to have him as part of our leadership team and our spiritual family. New this year, Mr. Hayden Gebler. Take a look back there at the camera. We already have him working away. Hayden came to me one Sunday after service, and I was zooming around here doing whatever it is that I do, and he said, what does it look like to serve on the board? And I went, ha! Come over here. And so Hayden's membership was transferred from Unity of Phoenix, where I asked him, Hayden, how long you been in Unity? He said, I don't remember not being in Unity. He grew up in Unity. So he's been in Unity as long as Gary has. I love it. and because his membership was transferred from Unity of Phoenix, you have to be a member of Unity of Flagstaff, not just a member of a Unity, as per our bylaws. And so Hayden will start his actual stint in September. He will be sitting with the board as an advisor so that he is up to date on everything that's happening until he starts his stint as a board member. So thank you, Hayden Gevler. What would you guys have said if he'd walked up to you and said, I want to be on the board? What'd I do with my little clicker? There it is. All right, yeah. We are blessed, right? Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Hayden. And thank you all for participating in the voting. All right, Shar, I'm going to have you pop on up here. You're going to go right over there. I'm going to give you this. Oh, he's got it. There it is. Okay. Thank you. Shar, our treasurer, is going to now give you the bottom line. Because we're, what?
Oh, here we go.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to shift into some numbers. So I just want you to take a deep breath. Because you know what? We believe in the divine power of spirit. We believe in the infinite abundance in the universe. And we also know that we live in a world that requires us to do numbers, pitch money toward things, and use our energy. So take a deep breath, because that's where we're going now. And I promise you, we're going to make this easy. We are not skirting the fact that if you have questions that we don't want to answer them, but I don't want you here till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's paper on your tables. As this is being reported to you, if you have questions, then I would like you to write those questions down. We're going to get back to you. We did that last year. It was very effective. If it is urgent and it needs to be spoken into the room, you write urgent on that paper. Selena is then going to collect those papers off the tables. She's going to make a little round a couple times just to make sure. We are listening. That's why we have circles at the pre-annual meeting also. Okay? So we don't have to do all of that in one setting. Now I'm really going to turn it over to you. Okay. Oh, here, you don't have the print. Okay, you can.
Nope, this is good.
Can you see it?
Yep,
Okay.
this is good. So we're going to look at column A, which was our proposed 2023 budget. And this was presented by the board. And you'll notice in column B, this was our actual financial result in 2023. And there is a shortfall, as you can see, of $7,999.79.
Yeah.
Kept us from $8,000.
Yeah.
And then this is column C is our 2024 budget that we have proposed. Now, if you want to look, we started at 15,642 in our deficit. So we actually improved our deficit up to 8,000 or 7.
Down to 8,000.
Yeah, and instead of, we all kind of need to take a breath. But as Penny just said, we have new members, we have new energy, we have new ideas, we have a really good working board and team, and this is part of our challenges of growing. And so, just take a deep breath and we'll continue to talk about it for a few minutes. So,
all right. So, anybody ever have a deficit in your life? Anybody ever have to work in the red once in a while? Okay. So what this means is that we projected we were going to be 15 grand in the hole, 15.6 in the hole. That's what it says. What we ended up being was just under 8,000. All right. So as crazy as it is, because those are both negative numbers, we made some headway. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Okay. There are a lot of ways that we've done that. We're going to talk about those here shortly. But I want to speak into the tithe amount. As you look at the tithe amount of 6,658, that does not reflect our income of 94,280.54, because we give 10% of everything that we take in. That includes rent. That includes somebody that comes by and says, thanks for being here, and drops a $5 bill in a bucket. And then, of course, the buckets that go around on Sunday, right? So we are tithers. We tithe 10% of our income. The reason that number does not reflect, that 6658, the reason it does not reflect 10% of 94,280 is because, first of all, one of the tithe checks didn't clear in 2023. Okay, so that means that our last group that we tithe to, which was Flagstaff Family Shelter, okay, their check didn't clear. Okay, so that impacts that number that you see because we report exactly how much money was written in tithe checks when they clear the bank. Make sense? Anybody ever reconcile a bank statement? Careful if you raise your hand because I might ask you to be on the board. All right, so that's why that number doesn't reflect that, and we did an audit of our 2023 books, okay? There were some things that needed to be corrected. When those corrections were made, what happened was we realized the amount that we had written in tithe checks to the people that we give to, which is Southwest Region, Unity Worldwide Ministries, and our Helping Hands Project, which is always a local nonprofit. Okay, we realized those checks had already been written and sent out. We've got thank you notes hanging on the wall back there for them, right? Well, when you do an audit and you find out things need to be adjusted, numbers change. When those numbers change, that means that we actually owe some tithing money. Okay, so what we're going to do, there's a consensus on the board that we are going to take that little surplus that we had because we had an audit, the numbers didn't come out exactly where they had been, all right? Changed our tithe amount, but tithe checks are already written. That little surplus is going to go into the first quarter of January of 2024's tithe. That is Girls on the Run. So they're going to get a bonus. Yeah. Yay! How about it? Yeah, all right? And that is a consensus of the board. So that's why that number looks like that. And here's all that in writing. So here we go. Going forward, the second quarter tithe with these percentages, this is how our tithe going forward here at Unity of Flagstaff is going to be split up. We're going to be giving 65% to our local nonprofit. We select a nonprofit at the beginning of each quarter. This particular quarter, we are doing victim services, witness services. They are an organization, nonprofit here in town. We hear great things. We've had a few people that have actually come to me and said, yes, I have used them, and it's a great organization. So for the first, and Michael highly recommended him because he worked there, right? Is that right, Michael? Yes. So thank you for that. We're always open to hearing. What do you got? Make a suggestion. We choose 4 a year, Helping Hands. So now going forward, Helping Hands is going to get 65% of our 10%. Makes sense? Because we tithe 10%, we're taking 65% of that and staying here locally. And 35% of that is going to go to Southwest Unity region. We have taken Unity Worldwide Ministries out of our tithe temporarily. They're doing some struggling. They got some things going on. And so we said, you know what? Let's just pause. We're still a tithing community. We are still supporting Unity through our Southwest region. We obviously teach Unity every Sunday. But we're going to take a pause. What we teach is that we give where we are spiritually fed. And Unity supports this community. Our Southwest region supports this community. We'll be back to Unity Worldwide Ministries. Don't worry about that. But right now, this is how we're going to do it for the next quarter. Okay? Make sense? Any questions? If you have questions and it doesn't need to be spoken in the room, or it's really urgent, or, oh my gosh, I can't leave unless I say this, then write your questions on that paper that's provided on the tables. So now I want to back up a little bit. What the board is doing to mitigate the temporary financial deficiency, because we have one for 2024. We're going to get into that in a moment. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that you hear this board is not sleeping. They are paying attention. We are looking at these numbers. We had an audit. We thought maybe some things were off a little bit. We were right. They were. Bookkeeping is tricky. That's all I can tell you. I don't do it for a living, and there's a reason. Right? Okay? So we brought in some folks, and we got some stuff done, and we looked at some numbers, and so we adjusted accordingly. What we did this year was we made the budget for 2024 is we adjusted budget expenditures, and that's what you see on these doors over here. Okay? And we talked a little bit about this in the pre-annual. You see the budget, the shopping list, the music for Sunday, and a wish list. What we did was we took a lot of things out of the budget, and we said, we are not going to continue to say this is how much money we're going to bring in, and then find out at the end of the year that isn't what happened. We had a conversation last year. We were under the impression that we could, in fact, project that the amount of money that we said was going to come in, and it didn't. Life changes. Things happen, right? That's all right. Happens in the ministry, too. So you adjust, and you keep moving, and you keep doing your next best thing, and you keep being creative the way this board is being creative. We created a wish list for big items. You'll have the opportunity. We already had somebody step up and say that they will replace the projector. We need it. Right? Okay? We've already had people step. This is what's happening. We had somebody step up and say, I'll take over the name tag program, right? So that everybody that comes here can get a free name tag. We want you to feel a part of this community. It's easier to talk to each other when we know our names, isn't it? All right? Shopping list. I got to tell you, I have never had so much paper towel at the ready. I've had all the Murphy's oil I needed to keep this floor clean, didn't we, Daniel? Right? Right? And it's showing up. When you go to the grocery store and you think, I wonder what the church needs, you'll look at this needs board, and if you notice, the needs side is empty. And it's been fulfilled. Yes, yes. Because we took disposables out of our budget. And we said, you know what? We can live without paper towel. And we took, well, there is that. Yeah. That is true. So that's not happening now. All right? Because all I had to do is say this is what we need, and you guys stepped up. And that's what you do. That's what we do in this community. That is what we do in this community. We also have created the opportunity to sponsor music on a Sunday. I highly recommend you take advantage of that. If you want to dedicate Sunday's music, you don't get to pick the music. But if you want to dedicate the Sunday's music, well, you can ask me if there's a song you might want to have played. And we have some pretty amazing musicians. Dedicate that Sunday music to that individual, and we will celebrate that with you. Right? But what we put in the budget was enough music to get us by for the year. And it wasn't every Sunday because we know how to do service without a live musician. We've done it. We can do that. We prefer live music. There's your opportunity. Right? All right. And then we also have, let's see, what else? Oh, did I do? Oh, in the budget. So, yeah, that part. So, here is the budget. Now, when you get a chance, I want you to come up here and take a look at these doors, because what we've done is, when we met for the pre-annual meeting, you guys told us some things, and we're listening. And we took those things and we put them in the appropriate doors. These are the doors we're opening in 2024. Thank you, Habitat for Humanity, and thank you, Daniel, for getting these doors to me. Right? And then Home Depot had spray cans. Right? All right. So the budget right here, what you're looking at here on these lists, these are the money items that got asked. Let me give you a couple examples. Nicer chairs. Anybody think we could use some nicer chairs? All right. Maybe with a little more padding. They're pretty good chairs. Things like T-shirts for Unity, mystery dinner theater, casino night, Christmas parties, fundraising outside the community, bumper stickers, outreach for the homeless. These are things that you said you want to do. They will require money. They are not in the budget. Anything that's not in the budget has to fall under wish list, shopping list, or music sponsorship. Because we are not going to have that kind of deficit again next year. We are working it down to zero. And you'll see those numbers here in a moment. And the way we're doing it is the creativity of this board. They're amazing. So we are also reviewing all recurring costs. What that means is, we paid over $3,000 in fees last year to collect money. It's a lot in a little budget. We're looking at every dime of that. We're looking at ways to do that differently. We're looking at maybe how we can do contributions bank to bank where nobody pays any fees. But we have to be creative enough and know that in today's world, you got to be able to give online. It's just the way we live in this world today. So we're going to be coming out with creative ways to support you in being able to continue to give to this community and it not cost us so much to get it done. So we're looking at every one of those things. We're also partnering with local businesses. You've seen the thing from Sombreros, right? May 22nd, yay, Shar, right? That was one of her ideas. We're partnering up with restaurants. And if you go on that day, we're going to just turn it into a party anyway. We're all going to say, okay, let's meet over there at noon and take the place over. May 22nd, Sombreros, right? Right. Right. And not only be a part of that group, Party On. What a fun name for a committee, huh? Party On, right? But also participate. Because 30% of everything that gets spent that day, whoever tells them Unity of Flagstaff, that comes back to us. That's a nice little gift, right? Thank you, Shar. This board is working. We have created a prosperity advisory team, and I appreciate these folks. I reached out to people in this community that have been around. They have proven prosperity in their lives. And they are wise, investing people, and they know how to do this stuff. That is not my forte, and I am the first one to say it. But I know a lot of people that it is. And they are here to support us. So the prosperity advisory team is looking where we can put our money to get more interest on it. The prosperity team is looking at where are their scholarships, where are their scholarships, what's the other, grants, thank you. I knew it had a G in there somewhere, right? And it wasn't God. God was in it. That's right. So we have a team now working on that. We're listening, and we're trying to pay attention. No, we're not trying at all. We're doing it. We're paying attention. And we appreciate your patience with us, and we also appreciate your ongoing support. Just because we're in the red a little bit, sometimes a lot of bit, doesn't mean that this is not a successful and thriving community. Deepak Chopra, when asked, as he was starting to become Deepak Chopra, who owns now La Costa, California, and they said to him, but where's the money going to come from? He said, it's going to come from wherever it is right now. Abundance is in the universe, and together we're going to locate that. We're going to put that to work for us. All right, so what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? Is it okay, wait. So I'm looking here. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, there we go. We're going to go for, don't look at the screen. It might make you seasick. Okay, all right. So going forward, looking forward. So accomplishments. Do we need to hear those again? Tell me, all right, let's do a little popcorn thing here. Tell me one thing that you've experienced at Unity of Flagstaff this year that you hadn't before. Something like a drum circle. Howling. Oh, yeah. We had never howled here before. We started that, didn't we? What kind of activity have you attended here that you hadn't seen before? How about open mic night? How about winter solstice? Yeah, that was amazing. We do a lot of really cool things here, right? And we're going to do a lot more of them. And we're still listening. We're just still listening. Okay, we asked you 5 questions, and out of those 5 questions, the board members came up with some goals. These are the immediate goals based on what you told us at the pre-annual meeting. Now, if you didn't get to attend the pre-annual meeting and you don't feel like you got heard, there's paper on the table. Write it down. Tell us what you want to hear, want us to hear. So the board members set some goals. Sue, after sitting at her table, the question was, what do you tell people why you come to Unity of Flagstaff? There were some great answers there, weren't there? It was good. It was really inspiring. Sue said from that she drew this, to engage 8 to 10 congregants to make a 1 to 3 minute video testimonial here at the center. And we happen to have the guy that knows how to do that. Hayden, our photographer back there. You see him running around with that camera. It's really nice. It's really good for me to have somebody taking pictures and it not be me. So these will be put on the website as well as used in the PowerPoint. And when we apply for grants and things of that nature, sometimes those kinds of videos are very useful. Sue said that many expressed how this community lifts them in their daily lives. So come and tell us in a video. I want to use it on the website. I want to put it out there. Because really, it's much more powerful when you say it. And it is measurable. We will complete the testimonials and use them as stated. Gary said his question at his table was, what needs to be added to Unity of Flagstaff programs and offerings? He had a whole bunch of them. And so I took those Post-it notes and I put them up here and I divided them into these categories and where they would fall. Are they going to cost money? Are they just something we do to build community, etc.? Gary's personal goal was to engage the congregation in dinners for 8 or 6 or 4 or however many you want to make dinner. And to add classes based on classic Unity writings. That's in the works. You'll see more of that in a moment. And we're going to get these started in 30 days. Dinners for 8 are where 8 of you decide that you're going to get together and you decide where you're going to have dinner or who's going to cook dinner, and you keep rotating through those folks. It builds community. We learn so much more about each other. And I will tell you, my personal experience is when it's over a bowl of soup, it's amazing how it really seats in with you, right? Because food sustains life, and that is the sharing of life. So dinners for 8, that's Gary's personal goal. Betsy, as she sat at her table, her question was, how can we be more connected to our greater community? Out of what she heard, her goal was to increase the awareness about Unity of Flagstaff in the community through activity and word of mouth. The measurement on this is that we will see this in attendance and participation. Increase the awareness about Unity of Flagstaff. Does anybody ever ask you where you go to church? Do they ever say to you, wow, how is it you can have such a good attitude in the middle of this? I ask you to look at the value of what this community brings to your life. And I ask you to share that with people. It's amazing how many of them will show up on Sunday. And Daniel here, he'll bring the boon bus to pick them up if they need a ride. And we appreciate that. Shar, she was not at a table, but her goal is based on conversation and participation, and it is to increase partnerships and involvement within our community. 4 restaurants, Unity of Flagstaff partners, is what she's looking for us to complete in this calendar year. 1 down, May 22nd, 3 to go. It's fun. We'll just go have lunch, and we'll support the community. Not to mention the fact that on every table in those restaurants, there's a big old poster that stands and says, if you come here and eat on May 22nd and mention Unity of Flagstaff, they'll get 30% of your ticket. So we also get that exposure into the community. It's a great program. I'm glad she thought of it. All right. My personal goals for this community is to increase attendance 2% more. To increase membership 2% more. Deeper study connections and teaching. There will be 1 class a quarter going forward that I will be teaching. And the first one we're going to do is Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. You heard me using his book today. My personal goal is partnership with greater community. I had a meeting with the mayor on Wednesday. It's supposed to be 30 minutes. I was there an hour and a half. That was her fault, not mine. We talked about some amazing things that the faith communities in this community can do, and she is looking at Unity of Flagstaff to lead that. Round of applause. Look at us. Come on now. We're going to be partnering with other faith communities. We're looking at the Bag a Better Day program that we did. You remember when we did that? We decorated all those bags and we filled them with the stuff that they said folks on the street need. And then you carried those little bags around in your car, and when somebody was at your window at a corner, you didn't have to turn away and look the other way. You didn't have to wonder if you should give them cash. You hand them a bag. Bag a Better Day with resources in it, with things that they need in it. And now the city of Flagstaff thinks that's pretty cool. And they want to look at that on a citywide basis. Yay, Unity of Flagstaff. Yeah, how about it? And establish practices for strong financial stability. What I mean by that is not only in this community, but it means it in my personal life also. And so that means I have had to do some really hard work around that. Do you know that I looked at this board and said, don't give me a raise. What I need is I need help. I need help. That's what I need. Because there's only so many hours in a day and there's only so much energy. And somehow God has blessed me with an expanded amount of that. And I am grateful, but I am not going to take advantage of that. 5 years, almost 5, and some now. I needed help, and they said yes. And this community, I am asking you to step up and support that. Not an easy thing for Penny to ask for help. And I am vowing that I will consistently take a day off during the week. I will take a day off during the week. 8 days. So what can you do to help? That day off will require financial support for the salary of our new operations assistant. That's what you can do. You can also throw your arm up in the air and say, hey, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And now that I'm not spinning around in so many circles and I have some help, I actually may have a list for you. And I appreciate the fact that you guys have given me such a wide berth to be that expression, because I know I can blow your hair back sometimes. I know that. Yeah. But you guys have given me the confidence and the joy and the love and the support, and we're going to continue to do that in this community. So thank you. Put your name on the things that you want to share your wealth in, your experience, your dollars, your time. Look at all the volunteer opportunities. You hear me say them every week. Don't make me say them every week. Go out there and take a peek out there on that table when we have those sign-ups. It will feed your soul. It'll feed your soul to be connected to and committed to a community that does the good work like we do. It'll feed your soul. And as is true of most budgets, the first quarter is typically lagging because many of the annual payments come due. You ever have that happen at the beginning of the year? Whoa, 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 what's happening to my bank account? Right? Everybody and their mother wants to renew something at the beginning of the year. We experience that here too. You know, those once-a-year payments. So we're going to have to bump it up. And this is why. Now, first quarter, you take a big hit, first of all. Second of all, we have added an operations assistant. Okay? And we have not offset that yet. I will tell you, this isn't the first time we've started like this in the first quarter. Take a breath. I know nobody likes red, do they? Take a breath. Come on now, take a breath with me. It's all right. We're all right. What I want you to hear me say is this. This is information and temporary. This is information and temporary. If there is a reason that you do not feel safe or comfortable sharing part of your inner wealth and your physical wealth with this community, I really want to hear that. Is there a reason? Because if there is, I'm right here. And I want to hear it. And I want to support you in that. And if we need to change something, fix something, make somebody feel differently about something by providing more information, I want to hear that. I'm right here. Most days. Until I take a day off. All right. It'll vary, I am sure. It'll vary. All right. There are financials available. Selena, those are located, they're out here over by the desserts. That's a good place to put them, right? There are financials available. This information is always available if you call the office, email me. We also are looking to put a secure link. I had a link on there with all the financials, and then all of a sudden I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait. We need to do that a little more securely. So I'm looking into how we do that, where you can click on a link and you can see the current financials of this community. There's nothing about this community that anybody's trying to hide. There's nothing in this community that anybody's trying not to say out loud. That's just not the way we do business. If you'd like a copy and there are not enough copies over there, leave us your contact information and we will email it to you. Okay? All right. So, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? What have I missed? Nothing? Okay, how you feeling? Do you know where we're at? All right, so we're in the hole. The first quarter of 2024, that's where we're at. We have mitigated with a lot of ways to turn that around, how you saw that deficit less in 2023. And we're going to continue to go down that road. I am not good at asking for money. I am not just affirming that. I know that to be true about me. So I take some responsibility if there is a lack of understanding of where we are financially in this community. I take that responsibility, and I'm getting better at it, and I'm going to continue to get better at it. I'm actually taking a little class with Mike Casey so that I can just whip out how you read a financial statement and make some changes. Because we are committed to moving this community forward. We do way too much good work in this community to get hung up on this. And I know that the potential is right here. And I know it's getting late in the day. And I know there's a lot of dessert over there that would love to be taken home with somebody. Does anybody have a question they need to ask into the room right now? We're listening. We are listening. And it is an honor to be called the spiritual leader of this community. Thank you.
I think the only thing that we still need to do is to get volunteers to sign up for being on the nominating committee for the board for next year. It's really a simple job. We need three.
Who is our
three
nominating
people.
committee now? Raise your hand if you're on the nominating committee. For
Yeah, it was Steve and Marcia and
Alice, were you on the nominating committee this time? Oh, I thought you were. Okay. All right, so we need 3 people. Here we go. Steve? Do you have your hand up, or are you just wanting to get my attention?
Okay.
Careful
Steve?
when you raise your hand around me, right? You end up volunteering. All right, we got Steve. I need 2 more people. All you do, the nominating committee, what they do is that when it's time to put board members on the board, they bring us suggestions based on the membership list, and then we also give them suggestions, and then they contact the people and start the ball rolling. That's what you do.
And it doesn't start until January, and it's for this meeting.
So if you need some motivation, we can't end the meeting until we finish this, because that's what the bylaws say. That's what it says. Oh, and by the way, speaking of bylaws, we are also putting an oversight team in place because I tend to just go do things. And sometimes I don't always ask the right question, are we in compliance? So we're putting an oversight team in place. If you're interested in that, come and see me. I'd like to talk to you about that, because that means you get to dig into the bylaws and look at it when we decide we're going to do a program. So I need 2 more people for the nominating committee. Come on, I need 2. There we go.
All
Thank
right,
you, Marilyn.
Marilyn.
All right, here we go. One more. Here we go. Come on. Come on,
It's
we all want to
easy.
go
Come
home.
on, guys. It's really simple.
Hey, Alan, why don't you do it? No pressure. There you go. Look, Alan volunteered. I saw you
It's
back
painless.
there. I saw you wanting to do that. I saw that.
It's painless.
It's painless. All right, is that it?
I think so.
Is there?
Do I need to adjourn?
I think we have to officially do that. Oh, wait. Are you going to sing for us? Wait, we have a little song.
Oh.
We have a little song. Come on. You want to do it? All right. Come on now.
With
Here
her
you are.
pretty
You know
new
what I
haircut.
know? Do you know what I know? I love your haircut. And everybody in the room loves you. And the only ones that just don't know you yet. All right. You sing. You sing? No? Okay. You can do it next time. There we go. All right. Let's officially close this meeting. Ready?
We need the vote too.
Oh, the vote. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so who counted the votes? You got them right here. Thank you. All right. So I'm sorry? Oh, okay. So, 2 things. 1, do we have a report on the vote? Who counted the votes? Oh. Oh, okay. All right, well, let's do that real quick. All right, so the other thing we want to talk about is, as I had mentioned to you, we're going to offer up different ways for you to give that are going to cost us less money. Some of the things that we're looking at are QR codes. We're going to have those on the sides of our giving baskets. And you can just flash your little phone right on there. See how cool that is? We really highly encourage and appreciate people who are automatic tithers. What that means is that your gift is consistent. We have the forms for that to happen. All right? And that is what we're doing with this fee thing is we're looking at ways that you can be an auto tither and it not cost so much money to do it. because like I said, we're paying 3% with, check this out. Talk about mitigating things. This is what our new operations assistant did this week. I said, let's look at this PayPal thing. I got an email, so she did. And sure enough, lo and behold, they now give discounts for fees to nonprofits. So we dropped from 3.25% down to 1.79%, I think. This is what I'm talking about. We're working this. We're looking at it. Yeah, right? We're working it. We're doing the deal. All right? So, all right. I apologize. I thought we knew we were supposed to be counting the votes during the process. My bad. I didn't give that direction, apparently. So, all right. So does anybody have a good story to share about what Unity of Flagstaff means to you? Short and sweet. Come on. What does Unity of Flagstaff? What's Unity of Flagstaff mean to you? I love having you here, by the way. So tell me. Now, you come with Keith, right? So it kind of looks like that's a job on Sunday, but I heard a little rumor that you really enjoy being here, and we enjoy having you, so thank you for that. Keith, you're doing your part to keep the seats full, right? So thank you. We're glad you're here. Anything you want to, is there anything you'd like to share about Unity of Flagstaff? You are. You are. There we go. This is what we do. Did you want to say something, Emerson? You want to tell me what you think about Unity of Flagstaff? What do you like most about coming here? Tell me. Oh, come on. Oh, you can do it. You know what I like most about you coming here? Is I like seeing you. I like having you here, and I love having your energy. You are taking such good care of that corner over there. And by the way, this is our youth corner. That's the way that we figured out how we could still serve our young'uns and not have to get into, you got to have 2 people in the room. They all have to have background checks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we're doing now. So thank you for that. Anyone else? What do you got to share? All right, Daniel.
I just have to share this. Wow. What an experience of being in the divine nature of all. And I've always felt intuitive about that, but I thought I was a little bit crazy, to tell you the truth. So here I am in the expression of the beauty and the light that you all put out to this community. And I get to be a part of it, and that's amazing. So that's what I get here.
Daniel also drives the Boone bus. He takes his big old Explorer and he goes around. He picks people up on Sunday morning, and we appreciate that. And he also shows up, and he is the gentleman that is maintaining this floor and maintained it through the winter, and I didn't have to. So thank you for that. Yes. Okay. What you got, darling?
Sure. Here.
Here. You need a.
All right. Gary, 38 votes, and Hayden, 36 votes, and we welcome you on the board.
Yay! So welcome to Hayden. Come on up here, guys. Come on. Hayden and Gary, come on up here. All right. So we're gonna love you. We're gonna bless you, and we're gonna behold the Christ in you. And we're gonna howl at the end. Here we go. We love you. We bless you. We behold we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Yes, thank you, and thank you for serving and howling. Oh! All right, now this meeting can be officially closed, right?
I don't know, we got to check the bylaws.
Got to check the bylaws. Stop it. Oh, that's what I need is him on the board. No. You have to do it. Okay, go.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you for being here.